The reason that we chose Literacy First as our model is that it is a process rather than an event. And we certainly appreciate the fact that it's a model that can be replicated with some non-negotiables, some things that we know cannot be changed, but also it allows for some flexibility within each of our buildings related to the needs of the students and the teachers. Because if we believe that we're going to differentiate for students, then we also believe that we have to differentiate professional development for our teachers. It's a model that is growing, it changes, and so that when we look at our student data, we know that we can make changes based upon what our students are showing that they need. It allows us to look at our data and not teach a student what they already know. And so it's not about remediation, it's about acceleration. And that's very attractive to a district like ours that has over 50% free lunches, with another 14% reduced lunches, 18% Hispanic population, 13% Native American population, 10% African American population. And we know that when we follow a model that focuses on an aligned curriculum, best practice strategies, and assessments that are aligned to our goals, that we're going to have student achievement. There couldn't be any other choice for us besides Literacy First. We've looked at other models, we've tried other models, and we plateaued with those models. This is a model that's allowed us to continue our student achievement efforts, and also it's a model that our parents embrace. Literacy First has worked particularly for our district, which is Arkansas City, Kansas, because it fits very well within our 5-year district strategic plan. It is a focus totally on student achievement, but it focuses on student achievement through professional development. And our strategic plan indicates about 5 different areas that we will improve, and which the top priority of our Board of Education was student achievement. So the match between the Literacy First model and our 5-year district strategic plan was a perfect match. So really that is why we knew that that was going to work for us, and it has worked for us. Our data indicate that all of our students are achieving because Literacy First allows us to not just think of all, but to think of each student. You know, we've had an evolution from all children can learn to all students will learn to finally each student will learn. And so the onus of responsibility is placed on us without any excuses related to socioeconomic status. You know, we've customized the Literacy First process because we have very capable consultants. And our consultants are continually meeting with us and looking at our data and asking the questions that we may not recognize that need to be asked. And of course, you know, our answers always depend upon the questions that we pose. And so just this evening, we have middle school and high school groups meeting with one of our consultants, and we're talking about what we call refresher days, because in our district, what we decided is that we needed to hone the skills of some of our most capable teachers so that we could build capacity to sustain our reform process beyond the model. So we can embellish the model, but yet remain, have some fidelity to the model. So yes, we have always worked with the consultants in terms of being able to have them give us insight from the data that we provide to them related to how we should customize our professional development. You know, so many times people think that the Literacy process is a program, and it's really not a program. It is about continually reinventing ourselves, and that means superintendents, assistant superintendents, our teachers, and most recently we've talked to Literacy First about helping us with a model for our aides and our professional paras in the classroom. So they're talking about helping us with that as well. So whatever the district needs, we've been able to approach, and they've been able to help us find a solution. And of course the end result has been student achievement. We are one of the highest performing districts in the state of Kansas with also the highest poverty. So we're very excited about what they've been able to do in terms of customization for us. A partnership deals with people reaching consensus. And Literacy First has allowed us the time with them to do that. You know, it's not taking turns if I get my way this time and you get your way next time. And so our consultants are keeping current with the research. The model that I knew as Literacy First 11 years ago is not the model that we're initiating today, because it is a model that has evolved. And as we have different expectations about research, we know that the old model was based not necessarily on a J-curve, and the new model, as we see it, is based on a J-curve. Our district expectations for really assessment, teaching strategies, and student achievement came from a community committee, and that happened in 2002. And there were about 25 people that were on that committee, and I believe we may have had 2 educators on the committee. So there were a number of areas in which they looked to determine how we could impact student achievement. Of course, we had to acknowledge the brutal facts, and that was that we had a 70% graduation rate. And that particular committee determined that if we changed ourselves through professional development, then that change would happen for students. And so that's basically what we've done. We focused on student achievement through professional development. And Literacy First is a model that specifically is about professional development.